Angel says, "Beloved soul, the reason you are here in this moment is not random, and it is not coincidence. There are countless distractions surrounding you every day, countless voices pulling your attention in different directions, yet somehow you paused here. That pause matters. That stillness matters. Because when your heart slows down long enough to listen, clarity has room to enter. I am not speaking to create urgency or fear within you. I am speaking because there is something inside you that has been asking for direction, asking for reassurance, asking for confirmation that you are not walking this season alone. This moment is important not because something dramatic is about to happen, but because something subtle is shifting within you, and subtle shifts change entire futures. Beloved soul, you have been carrying thoughts quietly. Questions that you do not always say out loud. Doubts that visit you when the day becomes silent. Hopes that you protect carefully because you are afraid of being disappointed again. You have grown stronger, yet sometimes you still wonder if you are moving in the right direction. You have matured, yet you occasionally question whether your patience will truly pay off. These feelings do not make you weak, they make you human. And this message is meeting you exactly where you are, not where you pretend to be, not where others expect you to be, but where your heart truly stands. Angel says, there is a difference between rushing forward and moving intentionally. Recently, you may have felt pressure to decide quickly, to act quickly, to prove quickly. But growth does not thrive under pressure, it thrives under clarity. And clarity requires pause. That is why this moment is important. You are not being called to panic. You are being invited to reflect. To breathe. To observe your own patterns honestly. To notice what drains you and what strengthens you. To recognize where you have been settling for less than you deserve, not in relationships only, but in habits, in self-belief, in discipline, in vision. Beloved soul, something inside you already knows that the next chapter of your life requires a stronger foundation. Not louder effort. Not dramatic announcements. A stronger foundation. That foundation is built through consistent small decisions. Through choosing calm over reaction. Through choosing long-term stability over short-term validation. Through choosing discipline over distraction. These choices seem ordinary, but they create extraordinary results over time. And you are closer to that breakthrough than you realize, not because of sudden change, but because of quiet preparation. Angel says, I need to speak with you now because your mindset is at a crossroads. One path continues repeating familiar cycles. The other path requires deeper commitment to your growth. The familiar path feels easier because it is known. The growth path feels uncertain because it demands responsibility. But responsibility is power. When you take responsibility for your direction, your energy changes. When you stop blaming circumstances and start refining your approach, your results shift. You have already begun this refinement. That is why this message feels aligned rather than distant. Beloved soul, you may not see dramatic evidence yet, but your consistency is building momentum. The way you think has evolved. The way you respond has matured. The way you prioritize has improved. These changes are not loud, but they are real. And they are preparing you for opportunities that require stability. Imagine receiving growth before you are ready to manage it. It would overwhelm you. That is why preparation matters more than speed. Angel says, do not underestimate the season you are in. This is not a waiting room. This is a training ground. Every challenge is refining patience. Every delay is refining endurance. Every moment of doubt is refining clarity. You are not being held back, you are being strengthened. And strength built slowly lasts longer than excitement built quickly. There is also something deeper happening within you. You are beginning to trust yourself more. You are learning that you do not need constant approval to move forward. You are learning that silence does not mean failure. You are learning that growth can be private before it becomes visible. This self-trust will become your greatest asset. When opportunities arise, you will not hesitate the way you once did. When decisions appear, you will not freeze the way you once did. Because preparation removes panic. Angel says, this moment is important because it marks awareness. Awareness is the turning point between drifting and directing. Between reacting and choosing. Between surviving and building. And you are no longer meant to drift. You are meant to design. Design your habits. Design your schedule. Design your environment. Design your mindset. Small intentional adjustments now will create noticeable difference later. Beloved soul, take a breath and notice something. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not late. Growth does not operate on comparison. It operates on alignment. And your alignment is improving. The more you choose focus over distraction, clarity over confusion, patience over impulse, the more your path becomes stable. Angel says, do not rush away from this message. Sit with it. Reflect honestly. Ask yourself where you can raise your standards gently but consistently. Ask yourself what habits need refinement. Ask yourself which distractions need reduction. These reflections are not criticisms. They are upgrades. And you are ready for upgrades. This is only the beginning of the conversation. In Part 2, we will go deeper into the subtle changes happening around you and how to position yourself wisely for what is approaching. Angel says, beloved soul, the subtle shift you have been sensing is not imagination. It is not overthinking. It is not coincidence. Something within you is recalibrating, and when internal alignment begins to change, external reality gradually follows. You may not yet see dramatic evidence, but your awareness has sharpened. Situations that once confused you now appear clearer. Conversations that once drained you now reveal patterns. Decisions that once felt overwhelming now feel manageable. This is growth operating quietly beneath the surface, strengthening your perspective before strengthening your position. Beloved soul, there is a moment in every person's journey when discomfort transforms into clarity. Discomfort is not always a sign that something is wrong, sometimes it is a sign that something is evolving. You have outgrown certain mindsets, certain habits, certain emotional reactions. Yet outgrowing something often feels uncomfortable because it requires letting go of familiarity. Familiarity feels safe even when it limits you. Growth feels uncertain even when it expands you. The tension you feel is not instability, it is expansion. Angel says, your thinking has matured in ways you may not fully recognize yet. You are less reactive. You pause before responding. Insight is calm and steady. Angel says, do not confuse visibility with validation. Some opportunities will stretch you. They may require learning, adjustment, or stepping into unfamiliar territory. Growth always includes discomfort. But there is a difference between destructive discomfort and developmental discomfort. Developmental discomfort strengthens confidence over time. Destructive discomfort drains your peace. Learn to observe how something feels after reflection, not during initial excitement. Beloved soul, you are entering a stage where timing becomes crucial. Acting too quickly can disrupt alignment. Acting too slowly can create hesitation. Balance is key. Before committing to anything, ask yourself, does this align with my long-term direction? Does this support my growth? Does this require skills I am willing to develop? If the answer is yes, move with intention. If the answer is unclear, observe longer. Angel says, opportunities often require upgraded habits. If your life begins expanding but your habits remain old, tension will appear. This is why discipline must continue. Maintain structure in your day. Maintain clarity in your priorities. Maintain boundaries in your relationships. Growth without structure becomes chaotic. Structure protects expansion. Beloved soul, some of the first visible signs of change may seem small. Increased focus. Improved conversations. Financial adjustments. Stronger communication. Better time management. These are foundations for larger progress. Never underestimate small progress. Compounded improvement creates powerful outcomes over time. Angel says, you may also notice that certain relationships shift naturally. Some people will align more closely with your growth. Others may drift away without conflict. This is not loss, it is adjustment. Alignment reorganizes your environment gradually. Allow space for relationships that encourage discipline, clarity, and progress. Distance yourself gently from patterns that repeat stagnation. Beloved soul, as opportunity increases, humility becomes essential. Humility keeps learning active. It prevents complacency. It keeps your mindset open. Growth is not about proving yourself superior. It is about proving yourself capable. Capability grows through continuous learning and refinement. Angel says, confidence must remain grounded in preparation. Do not move simply because something looks promising. Move because you are ready. And readiness is not perfection, it is willingness to improve. You do not need complete certainty before acting. You need reasonable clarity and disciplined intention. Beloved soul, there will be moments when doubt attempts to return. When your visibility increases, your character must remain strong. Expansion magnifies whatever foundation exists beneath it. Your foundation is strengthening daily. Beloved soul, protect your peace as opportunity grows. Do not sacrifice mental stability for short-term gain. Long-term clarity is more valuable than temporary applause. Sustainable growth requires emotional regulation. Continue practicing patience. Continue refining focus. Continue strengthening discipline quietly. Angel says, opportunity is not about speed, it is about alignment. The right path will feel challenging yet steady. It will require effort but not chaos. It will stretch you but not break you. Learn to recognize that balance. Your awareness is sharper now than before. Beloved soul, trust the preparation process. The shift you felt internally is now reflecting externally. Doors will not explode open, they will unlock gradually. Walk through them calmly. Observe carefully. Build steadily. Angel says, beloved soul, once opportunities begin to appear and movement becomes visible, the most important responsibility is not acceleration, it is protection. Many people lose progress not because they lack ability, but because they fail to protect momentum. Momentum is fragile in its early stages. It requires structure, focus, and discipline to stabilize it. When growth begins, distractions often increase. When clarity improves, external noise attempts to compete for your attention. This is not coincidence. Expansion demands stronger boundaries. Beloved soul, momentum is built through repeated disciplined actions. It is not built through occasional bursts of effort. Consistency protects progress. The habits you formed during preparation must continue during expansion. Wake up with intention. Plan with clarity. Execute with patience. Review with honesty. Adjust with humility. These cycles create sustainable growth. Angel says, one of the greatest threats to momentum is emotional overreaction. When progress begins, excitement can lead to overcommitment. You may feel tempted to say yes to everything. But every yes carries responsibility. Overcommitment drains focus and weakens quality. Protect your energy carefully. Choose depth over volume. Choose quality over speed. Beloved soul, another hidden threat is self-doubt disguised as caution. As your life expands, your mind may question whether you deserve it. This doubt often comes from old experiences. But remember, preparation created readiness. You are not stepping into something unearned. You are stepping into what discipline prepared you for. When doubt appears, respond with action. Action reduces doubt more effectively than overthinking. Angel says, protect your internal dialogue. The words you repeat internally shape your confidence. Replace, "What if I fail?" with, "How can I improve?" Replace, "This is too much," with, "I am capable of learning." Replace, "I'm not ready," with, "I am growing into readiness." Language shapes mindset, and mindset shapes performance. Beloved soul, as momentum builds, remain grounded in routine. Routine stabilizes progress. A structured morning creates a structured day. Organized priorities reduce anxiety. Clear scheduling protects focus. Discipline may feel repetitive, but repetition creates mastery. Mastery creates confidence. Confidence creates expansion. Angel says, financial, emotional, and professional growth all require management. If income increases, strengthen budgeting and planning. If visibility increases, strengthen communication and integrity. If responsibility increases, strengthen time management. Expansion amplifies weaknesses if they are ignored. But you are aware now. Awareness allows correction before damage occurs. Beloved soul, humility must remain constant. Humility does not mean minimizing yourself. It means staying open to learning. Stay teachable. Ask questions. Seek improvement. Review mistakes honestly. Progress is not about avoiding errors, it is about correcting them quickly. Angel says, avoid comparison during growth. Comparison distorts perspective. You may see others moving faster, but speed does not equal sustainability. Focus on alignment. Focus on discipline. Focus on steady improvement. Long-term success belongs to those who maintain stability, not those who chase visibility. Beloved soul, be cautious of comfort during progress. Comfort can slow discipline. When things improve, it is easy to relax standards. Maintain your standards. Continue refining habits. Continue upgrading skills. Growth requires ongoing effort even when results appear positive. Angel says, momentum also requires rest. Rest is not weakness, it is strategy. Without rest, clarity weakens. Without clarity, mistakes increase. Protect your physical and mental energy. Balanced recovery strengthens performance. Beloved soul, you are learning to move with calm authority. Authority does not shout. It remains steady. When challenges appear, respond calmly. When pressure increases, prioritize clearly. When unexpected changes happen, evaluate before reacting. Stability protects expansion. Angel says, remember why you started improving in the first place. Was it to escape frustration? To build security? To strengthen identity? Keep your purpose clear. Purpose anchors discipline. Without purpose, effort fades. Beloved soul, progress may attract attention. Some will support you genuinely. Others may observe quietly. Stay focused. Not every opinion deserves consideration. Protect your peace. Protect your direction. Silence is sometimes strength. Angel says, your ability to sustain growth will define your future more than your ability to initiate it. Initiation is exciting. Sustainability is powerful. Protect your habits. Protect your focus. Protect your clarity. Beloved soul, momentum is not about perfection. It is about correction. When mistakes happen, adjust quickly. When distractions arise, refocus immediately. When fatigue appears, recover intentionally. Quick correction prevents long setbacks. Angel says, your elevation is becoming visible because your discipline remained consistent. Continue walking steadily. Do not rush beyond your preparation. Do not shrink under new responsibility. Remain balanced. Angel says, beloved soul, now that you have built awareness, strengthened stability, recognized opportunity, protected momentum, and refined discipline, the final step is integration. Transformation is not complete when progress begins, it is complete when progress becomes identity. Identity-level change is what locks in long-term elevation. When growth becomes who you are instead of something you occasionally do, nothing can easily take it from you. Beloved soul, there is a difference between temporary improvement and permanent transformation. Temporary improvement depends on motivation. Permanent transformation depends on identity. When you see yourself as disciplined, you act accordingly. When you see yourself as stable, you respond calmly. When you see yourself as capable, you attempt difficult things without hesitation. Identity shapes action automatically. Angel says, your new level requires internal ownership. Stop saying, I'm trying to improve. Begin saying, I am improving. Stop saying, I hope things change. Begin saying, I am building change. Language is powerful. The way you define yourself internally determines the strength of your external decisions. Beloved soul, locking in transformation also requires consistency beyond emotion. There will be days when motivation feels high and days when it feels low. Discipline must remain steady regardless. Emotional fluctuations are natural, commitment must remain constant. The strongest version of you is the one who continues even when excitement fades. Angel says, long-term stability is built on 3 pillars: clarity, discipline, and self-respect. Clarity keeps direction sharp. Discipline keeps actions aligned. Self-respect prevents self-sabotage. When you respect yourself, you do not accept less than your standards. When you respect your time, you protect it. When you respect your goals, you prioritize them. Beloved soul, self-sabotage often appears subtly. It can look like procrastination. It can look like overthinking. It can look like returning to old habits for comfort. But awareness allows interruption. When you notice old patterns attempting to return, pause. Reflect. Choose differently. Each small interruption strengthens your new identity. Angel says, protect your emotional maturity carefully. Emotional maturity is the ability to respond instead of react. It is the ability to pause before speaking. It is the ability to analyze before deciding. This maturity will protect you from impulsive mistakes that could destabilize growth. Beloved soul, long-term transformation also requires gratitude. Gratitude prevents arrogance. Gratitude strengthens perspective. Gratitude reminds you that progress was earned through effort. Reflect on how far you have come. Reflection strengthens confidence without inflating ego. Angel says, do not assume the journey ends here. Growth is ongoing. Each new level introduces new lessons. But now you are equipped. You understand preparation. You understand stability. You understand momentum. You understand protection. This awareness ensures that future challenges will not shake you as easily as past ones did. Beloved soul, one of the most powerful signs of transformation is peace. Peace does not mean absence of responsibility. It means absence of internal chaos. When your mind is organized, your life becomes structured. When your priorities are clear, your decisions simplify. When your habits are stable, your progress accelerates naturally. Angel says, you are no longer operating from survival mode. You are operating from intentional mode. Survival reacts to problems. Intention plans solutions. Survival fears loss. Intention builds security. Survival rushes. Intention moves strategically. You have shifted from survival to intention, and that shift changes everything. Beloved soul, trust your process. You do not need constant validation. Results will speak over time. Consistency compounds quietly. Discipline compounds quietly. Clarity compounds quietly. Eventually, the compounded effect becomes undeniable. Angel says, remember that lasting transformation is not loud. It is steady. It is calm. It is controlled. You will not need to announce your growth. It will be visible in your composure, in your decisions, in your stability. Beloved soul, this moment truly is important because awareness has replaced confusion. Stability has replaced chaos. Discipline has replaced hesitation. You are no longer waiting for change. You are building it. Continue refining. Continue strengthening. Continue protecting what you have built. The version of you that once felt uncertain has evolved. You are grounded. You are disciplined. You are prepared. And because this growth is rooted in identity, it will last. Angel says, stay consistent, stay humble, stay focused. Your transformation is no longer temporary. It is structural. If this message truly resonated with you, type Amen below and commit to walking in discipline and clarity from today forward. Share this with someone who needs steady strength right now, and subscribe for more messages that help you grow with purpose, peace, and confidence.